morning. My name is Elisa and I'm here to talk about math concepts in the early childhood classroom. Children construct math concepts by relating new experiences and new information to what they already know. Meaningful learning requires children to see patterns. Activities provide opportunities for children to understand patterns through play. And math is done through discovery and exploration through hands-on activities that we do in our daily routine that we don't even think about. We may do some cooking in the classroom and we need to measure and pour. We may do art in the classroom and we say, take 2 pieces of paper. We can do dramatic play and music, or finger plays, 5 little ducks. We're doing that all, and math is going on, and we're really not thinking about it. Today we're going to talk about really actually thinking about it and planning a lesson. For children, math is an active process of thinking about, organizing experiences to make sense of their world. And your role as a teacher is to develop children's mathematical thinking. So we're going to talk about today that we've already been in the classroom for quite some time, and we have been journaling and observing, and we saw 4 children out in outdoor play, and they were really interested in bugs. So you may take the concept of bugs, and now we're going to do our web and with the children. And we can say, what book might you want to put out that is about bugs? And they could say The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. I love this book. I used to have a little boy that would always say, Mrs. Schlegg, read the green worm book, the big green worm book. And I'd say, what, Richard? What book is that? He'd say, you know, he eats everything and he pops out. He couldn't say the word caterpillar. But I love this book because it transcends into all areas of the classroom. And today we're going to look at some math concepts. And I'm going to be using the flannel board. Now, I love the flannel board. It doesn't seem to be used much anymore because I asked one of my teachers, I said, do you know where your flannel board is I could borrow? And it was stashed away in some cupboard somewhere. But the flannel board is wonderful to use, especially with the math concepts that I'm going to show you today. It can be used in a large group activity. It can be used in a small group activity. It can be used one-on-one. You're just taking the concepts from the book and putting them onto the flannel board. My children made these, but you can go to the store, of course, and spend a lot of money on beautiful sets that come, you know, The Very Hungry Caterpillar does come in a set, and you can pay a lot of money for it. But, so we're thinking about today, we're talking about math concepts, and we're talking about, when we think about it, rope counting, classifying, sorting colors and shapes, recognizing numerals, matching, all these things, rope counting. So we're going to take this story and start on Monday. He ate through 1 apple, but he was still hungry. So we can actually show the child, oh, here's an apple that I brought in. Oh, what color is the apple? It's not a red apple, it's yellow. Some apples are yellow, some apples are green. So we show our apple here, and you can actually take a hole punch and punch a hole in it for the caterpillar eating it. You can show another apple and say, oh, this apple is red. Maybe this caterpillar ate through this apple, and this caterpillar over here ate through this apple. So now we're showing one-to-one correspondence. You can actually bring in the apple. Now you're using all your senses. You can cut the apple open, pass it around, have the children taste the apple, smell the apple, look at the seeds in the skin, and then talk about what could we do with it. Besides eating this, what could we make with this? Oh, we could make applesauce with this, and maybe that's an activity that you want to do in your classroom. Or you could say, you know what, we can take this to art and make apple prints with this. So this can go on and on and on as far as you want it to go. But this is a wonderful sensorial activity. And then one of the other things that he eats through is an orange. So you can put the orange up, but you can also bring the orange in and say, smell the orange, taste the orange. You feel the outside of the orange and the apple. What's different? What's the same about these? And then you can say, well, what is an orange and apple? It's a fruit. The book goes on to show all kinds of different kinds of foods. And so you can put up, here's the slice of Swiss cheese, and he ate 3 holes. Count the holes, 1, 2, 3. You can put up a pear. You can put up a plum, and you can say, what doesn't belong in this group? There's one thing that doesn't really belong. This is all food, but there's one thing that oh, these two are fruit, and the Swiss cheese is not a fruit. So you can take it on and on. You can count how many things that he ate. You can also go in sequence. What did he eat on Monday? Oh, he ate an apple on Monday. That's right. What happened then second? On Tuesday, what did he eat? Oh, he ate a pear. That happened second. First was the apple. Second was the pear. So this activity you can go on and on with. Now we're going to talk a little bit about what we can do in the other areas of the classroom. Let's talk for a minute about the book read. Always in the back of our mind, we want to keep remembering Vygotsky, scaffolding, supporting the children. We want to remember zone of proximal development, getting the children from one area to the next. So we're thinking now on literacy, we're actually reading the book. And we're going to talk about the front cover, the back cover, the spine. What does the spine do? Holds the book together. We can ask the question, what do you think this book's going to be about? Oh, a caterpillar. Caterpillar seems like a very long word. Let's see how many syllables caterpillar has. Let's count the syllables. Caterpillar. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're doing math, you're doing literacy, and you're also meeting your state standards. Always in the back of your mind, you're keeping that into consideration. Then when you put this book out, you can say, after you've read it, you can ask the children, what could we do in dramatic play, my favorite area, that relates to the book? Could we maybe do a butterfly house or a caterpillar cave? Get the children involved, get them curious about learning and your activity. What could we do? And then maybe it's something like we could put some art into our caterpillar code. So we can make, we can do free art, which we really want open-ended art. So we can have maybe tissue paper out so they can make their own butterfly. We can have an activity maybe where they're painting the butterfly with their feet. I love that. Very sensorial. And how many feet do we have? Or we're doing our handprints. How many handprints do you see? Oh, let's count everyone that we just did. And you can go through, and you're doing math, and you're doing art. Blocks. What should we put in our block area? Could we make some caterpillars that we can put in our block area? Or some butterflies? Science. Boy, we used to have, back in Montessori, we had a beautiful aquarium that we put in some very large caterpillars, beautiful caterpillars. And the children got to watch, and they brought in leaves, and they brought in grass, and we kept water in there. So finally the day came when the caterpillar spun the cocoon and started to come out, and big, beautiful butterflies, and we set them free outside. Well, the last cocoon, it took forever for the butterfly to come out. Finally, the butterfly comes out, and one wing is beautiful, orange colors, gorgeous, and one wing is half missing. It's kind of like a stump. Now I'm in shock. The children are in shock. I know that the butterfly is not going to live much longer, so I had to come up with something, and I thought, wow, this is a great experience to talk about when people come up. They're not always perfect. People are different.